Cybersecurity is a constantly evolving industry, and it impacts all of us. The cybersecurity market continues to evolve and grow, driven by the increasing reliance of business on information technology, the growing number of security and data protection regulations. The shift of crime online is due to the criminals seeking to make money from stealing information and committing fraud, and the increasing incidence of state-sponsored cyber attacks for several reasons. Hello and welcome to VARINDIA News Hour. The first quarter of 2022 in cybersecurity was more about evolution than revolution. The techniques and prevalence of ransomware attacks advanced while Russian cyber attacks continued, a slow-building evolution fed by the continuing conflict in Ukraine. The Trellix Threat Report states that the Russian cybercriminal groups have always been active. Their tactics, techniques, and procedures have not significantly evolved over time, although some changes have been observed. Lately, the threat landscape has changed as multiple domains have partially merged. This trend was already ongoing, but the increased digital activity further accelerated and exposed said trend. IDC forecasts that worldwide cybersecurity spending will reach $174.7 billion in 2024, with security services the largest and fastest growing market segment. The rise in cyber attacks, especially ransomware, has fueled the cyber insurance market. Going forward, employment of cybersecurity or information security analysts is projected to grow 31% from 2019 to 2029, much faster than the average for all occupations. Critical infrastructure continues to represent one of the most enticing targets for criminals worldwide that exists in cyber warfare. This industry is plagued by legacy systems and riddled with trivial hardware and software flaws, configuration issues, and exceptionally sluggish update cycles. Yet, behind this facade are many of the most essential systems we rely on, from fuel pipelines to water treatment, energy grids to building automation, defense systems, and much more. One often overlooked area of industrial control systems is access control, part of the building automation framework. Access control systems are commonplace de facto solutions which provide automation and remote management for card readers and entry or exit points to secure locations. According to a study done by IBM in 2021, the average cost of a physical security comprise is $3.54 million and takes an average of 223 days to identify a breach. The stakes are high for organizations that rely on access control systems to ensure the security and safety of facilities. Let's look into today's headlines in VARINDIA. ED seizes ₹20 crores in teacher recruitment scam in Bengal. The Enforcement Directorate has carried out simultaneous raids at the houses of around a dozen people, including 2 ministers, while investigating into the teacher recruitment scam in West Bengal, and seized around ₹20 crores in cash from the residence of a close associate of Senior Minister Partha Chatterjee. Besides, they carried out simultaneous raids in the houses of former advisor of the West Bengal School Service Commission, Shanti Prasad Sinha, ex-president of the West Bengal Board of Secondary Education, Kalyanmoy Ganguly, and 9 others. NPCI to soon start pilot project of credit card on UPI with banks. The National Payments Corporation of India will commence a pilot project of enabling credit cards on UPI over the next 2 months and is primarily in discussions with public sector card companies like SBI Card, PNB Cards and Union Bank for the test run. NPCI will integrate the UPI auto-pay feature with credit card transactions, aiming to reduce the risk of defaults on credit card payments. Last month, the central bank RBI allowed linking of credit cards with UPI in an effort to provide additional convenience to users and enhance the scope of digital payments. India's Forex reserves drops $7.54 billion to $572.71 billion. The country's foreign exchange reserves reduced by $7.541 billion to $572.712 billion last week, with foreign currency assets declining heavily as well, as the Reserve Bank continued to intervene in the market to prevent the fall of the rupee. The foreign currency assets dipped by $6.527 billion to $511.562 billion compared to the previous week. Meanwhile, gold reserves dropped by $830 million to $38.356 billion, and SDRs plunged by $155 million to $17.857 billion. BrightMoney lays off 100 workforce. Secure-funded fintech startup BrightMoney has laid off close to 100 people, which is about 50% of its workforce, adding that the organization needs to restructure due to the market circumstances. The termination provided 1 month of severance pay. BrightMoney was regulated to offer all forms of financial products such as checking account, savings account, credit and investment products to the US customers. Recently, multiple startups across sectors have laid off employees including Vedantu, Lido Learning and Meesho. So far in 2022, over 8,000 startup employees have lost their jobs. Sony launches 2 new Bravia XR OLED TVs. Sony launched 2 new Bravia XR OLED TVs in India with the cognitive processor XR. The Bravia XR OLED A80K series is currently available in 77 and 65 inches, with the additional screen size of 55 inches to be launched soon. The A80K series features Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, 4K and HDR. The TV includes 3 actuators and 2 subwoofers. The OLED series works with Google TV, Apple AirPlay and Apple HomeKit. The price of the 65-inch Bravia XR OLED TV starts at Rs 2.79 lakhs. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VARINDIA News Magazine. You can download the VARINDIA app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.